Hi guys, Togo here with a new video. And this video we're going to cover the extra PvP tuning we will have. They kind of forgot about them at the first patch note, but then they realized, oh yeah, some classes have above normal armor, so now we will have it for everything, which is actually a big nerf in my opinion, but whatever. So druids, bear from just in general, balance druid, resto druid, feral druid, which is I think not warranted. I think feral druid are very squishy, but whatever. Bear from now increases armor by 175% in PvP, was 220%. That's actually a big nerf. It's even more than the nerfs that we get for just in general. It might be 35% of this, might be this, to be honest. It does look like it's more because it is not a base value, but whatever. We'll have to see. I do feel like it's a big nerf for Feral, for Balance Druid as well. I think for Restoration Druids, it's, to be honest, very hard to die if you are like, you know what's up, and you know how to kite, and you know how to use your kit. I think Feral Druid not being able to sit bear form safely is going to be like very detrimental. Elemental Shaman also armor reduced by 12.5%, so it will feel a bit less tanky for us Arms Warrior, for example, or Outlaw Rogues or whatever. Actually a very big nerf because again Subtlety Rogue does a lot of physical damage as well. So a Shadowy Duel on Elemental Shaman was already very bad for them, but this is going to be even worse because you cannot Astral Shift while stunned. So that's going to be very noticeable as well. And Warlock, people are like, again, like me, directly thought about Warlocks because we do play Warlock. That's actually a big nerf. It will feel like you had Demon Skin before, like how you had this patch. The augmentation of the armor that you will get for Warlock is going to just make the same value, so it will be around like 90%, I would say more 80%, like depends on how they calculate 45%. If it's on top like 35% increased, it would be like 80%, but if it's like a multiplication or whatever, it would be a bit less, but we'll have to see. I do feel like this is like you're going to feel squishier. I think it's warranted, although again it depends on the meta and how it will shape up. But we were all like, I think I was happy as a warlock to have more armor, but I think it doesn't make sense anyways. So warlock will have the same kind of armor they had before this patch, so that is not going to be changing too much. And warrior got the effectiveness of armor to the teeth, which is the strength you get from your armor. That is going to be increased by 45%, so the value will be kind of the same. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be giving you more strength. It could be, but I don't think so. I know it will have the same because you get a reduction of 30%, I think, or 35%, and this is going to be effective for 45%, so it's going to be like a status quo. My thoughts about it is they forget about one class, which is Evoker. Evoker got a 75% extra armor just based on their existence. So they think Evoker is fine right now because of that, because then it would make Evoker one of the most tankiest like classes in the game, thinking about preservation, augmentation, and devastation Evoker. And if you're thinking about values, it could be very close to, let's say, a plate armor wearer. So I wonder if they're going to do even more changes, because this feels like an oversight. Feels like, oops, we forgot about evokers. That's going to be very fun, especially if the meta shapes into, like, let's say, subtlety rogues, outlaw rogues, maybe again warriors, like all warrior specs. You have also a lot of physical damage dealers, like for example Feral Druid, although bleeds go through. Ferocious Bite doesn't, for example. So we'll have to see. I do feel like this patch is going to be very interesting because it will shape the meta a bit. It depends on how squishy a DK will be. If the DK just like straight up dies, get murdered by a sub rogue or by a warrior, you will see a little less DKs. And again, I'm talking about warriors, but we can also talk about an S tier spec that is currently S tier, which is windwalker, that are unaffected by this. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Windwalkers were already very strong, but this is going to be effectively just a whole buff for them. Versus mages, their armor is not going to be noticeable. The warlock get less armor than previously, so it's going to be a bit better for them. All plate classes get less armor, so effectively you're going to hit harder versus them. Elemental and Restoration Shaman also reduced armor. Restoration Druid, Feral Druid, and Balance Druid all get less armor for either Moonkin form or Bear form. So it's going to be very interesting how it is going to shape up. I think Windwalker is going to be with DH. I think DH and Windwalker together is already obnoxious in trees because you can just die from a switch like an instant. But in Soul Shuffle it was already very strong. So I think DH right now is maybe top 2, top 1 with Windwalker, and then depending on like elo you are, like MMR, Subtlety Rogue would be top 1, top 2, top 3, and if you're lower elo, of course, you get kind of griefed by your allies because of the stun DRs. It would be lower, of course, but it depends on how you view the game. If you want to talk about like all elos, I would say that Subtlety Rogue is still A tier, I would say. If you're talking about like specifically low elo, I would say that Subtlety Rogue is not really that strong. It is unkillable though, but I don't think it's that strong. Like at 1500 MMR, you're not going to see a Subtlety Rogue do the perfect goes, because else they would be higher, in my opinion. And Subtlety Rogue at higher MMR is going to be unplayable for most specs right now. So we'll have to see. It's a quick video. I wanted to, for sure, talk about these things. I want to also talk about a few things about the channel. So if you watch the whole video, I'm going to try to concentrate myself on a few classes. I already discussed about it multiple times. Personally, I'm open to every single class. That's a problem with an alcoholic like me. I love every single class and every single spec, but I gotta eliminate a bit, because I feel like, again, if you're watching for my warrior gameplay or for my holy paladin gameplay or for my hunter gameplay, you're not necessarily going to watch every single other video about other classes. So I want to also have an expectation towards you guys that you're going to love the content that you're going to watch, like regardlessly every single video, for example. And I know there are a few people that, I think a lot of people actually do watch all my videos, and I'm very grateful for that. A lot of returning viewers as well. But it would be nice to have, like, Togray is known for this, for example. Right now, I think if someone talks about me or the channel, they would think I'm a multi-classer. I'm like doing tier lists. I'm kind of no nonsense pretty much. Like even the comments, if you step on my foot, I step back with like literally stones on your foot. But I think people like me for that, or they dislike me for that. But that's good. Again, we are all different, and I want to give as much good content to you guys. So again, if you have tips, if you have like, look, I like this content the most, that helps me to actually navigate a bit what I want to do on the channel, of course. I'm not like someone that is going to make like content about things that I don't like. That's not going to happen. So that's why you should not be scared about like saying, look, play what you like. It doesn't really help anyone. Like I can say also play what you like to you whenever you're asking for what class you want to play. But let's be real, I think Dragonflight, the classes are actually very fun, like overall. I think, again, you can have solace from Frost Decays. It doesn't mean that it's good, but you can have fun with it. Doesn't mean that you want to play that, for example. So again, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you love PvP content about like PvP updates, PvP tier lists, PvP guides, PvP videos like soul shuffles. I will try to do a montage. Again, it has been a long while I talked about montages. The issue is I don't want to get copyright strike because of music. It's very difficult, and unfortunately, like the better labels for the better music, they don't really respond to my mails. So it's very difficult to, look, I can freely use it or not. So yeah, if anyone knows about something like this, let me know. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and be sure to stay safe. We will catch each other probably very soon in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.